Spencer, a Boxing Day defeat this afternoon, losing 5-1 here at Slough. What went wrong today?
I don't think 5-1 was a true reflection of the game at all. It's a cliche game of big moments. The referee, yet again, when we play Slough, has made a right howler in the first minute. The free kick's gone for 5-7 yards forward from where the foul happened, which puts it in shooting range. None of my senior players deal with it. I'm screaming at the ref and the linesman. They just completely blind to it, and we're 1-0 down in 90 seconds, which is obviously away from home against a side pushing for automatic promotion. Is an upward battle. So a very poor start from the officials again. As I said when we played Slough last time, I mean, that was a fiasco, which, you know, we got one here today, I'm afraid, and I thought the rest of the first half was very even, and we've a big moment in the game. I mean, sadly, that's one of the worst open goal misses I think I've seen. Should be 1-1. Jack Turner's made another great save. We've headed one over. They've had a couple of sniffs as well. I thought it was a very even first half. I don't think there was much in it, but those are key moments. The first minute and the open goal miss. We could easily have been coming in 1-0 up. And the second half, you know, the game's over with just a very, very poor 5 minutes. You know, 2 set pieces. And, you know, we talked about set pieces before the game, and Slough are very good at them. Take nothing away from them. They're very, very good at them. But we knew what they were going to do, and we just didn't do our jobs. And yet, you're 3-0 down, and then 4-0 down to, a complete fluke of a cross that just bobbles in. And you're thinking, how on earth are we 4-0 down? Because Turner ends up making 3 or 4 fantastic saves in the game. My keeper has had to pick the ball out of the net 5 times and hasn't had another shot on target to save. And we've been battered. Yet we've tried to play. We scored probably the best goal of the game. There's a Stonewall penalty in stoppage time. Doesn't make any difference. We lose 5-2. I'm not going to, but it sums up the referee's performance. And we had our chances here today, and we came across a side who we talked about before were a set piece driven side, and they're very, very good at it. And they exposed our weaknesses at it. And obviously with Perry getting injured as well, it turns into a bad defeat into a very bad day. So it's a tough one, because I think 5-1 totally flatters them, and big decisions went against us at key times, just like they did in the home game. But you've got to take your hats off to Slough. They exposed us ruthlessly. We look very tired. We're very short in the squad with the injuries we're picking up, which of course have continued again today. And we've got to pick ourselves up after having a fantastic 2 home wins a couple of weeks ago. That's 3 defeats away. We're pleased to be saying we can't wait to get back to Cherrywood Road on New Year's Day.
Positive today was Dan Walker's goal. What do you make of his performance?
I thought Dan Walker was decent going forward. I'm afraid he's got to do more for the cross that goes in. I thought we passed the ball. I was pleased with Connor Cowcott's return after a long injury. Perry looked bright. Cards, as I said, there's small margins today. From open play, I don't think they particularly hurt us. But you're 2-0 down and 3-0 down to set pieces that we knew all about and just didn't do our jobs. So we were ruthlessly exposed today, but you can't get away from the fact we shouldn't be 1-0 down. The referees botched that, and we'd missed a fantastic chance, and that changes the game. And these big moments change the game, and Slough were ruthless and they exposed us, and we ended up getting a beating. And I was concerned at the end with Matt Jones, who'd done a fantastic shift with still really quite injured, and Jack Barton not getting sent off, that we needed to make sure we kept our heads up. And you saw the small margins in football today, so we've got to pick ourselves up very quickly.
A week to go until Basingstoke come to the Rushmore Community Stadium. How do you get the players motivated for that game? Because
it's a derby, and we've won our last 2 home games. It's so frustrating we can't get the same team out week on week with injuries and suspensions and people away, and you saw that again today. And obviously Perry's going to be suspended anyway. We're not sure about Adam. The reality is it's a derby, and we've won our last 2 home games, and I thought we were decent. I think the report online summed up the game against Tiverton. Again, that was a game of very small margins against a side pushing for promotion. I thought we gave a real shift on a horrific journey just before Christmas. And today, as I've said many times, it was small margins, set pieces, three set pieces, a fluke, and the last one was when we just tried to play out too much from the back and got caught. The players have got to understand that this season is a learning curve. We're winning some, we're losing some. I'd like to be winning a few more. We need to get consistency in the team, but it's very difficult. Speaking to CJ there before, fitness levels, with the injuries, and we've got to try and put a team together. We'll be in training before the end of the week and focus hard. And the players need to lift themselves, for a home game. We've had 3 away games over Christmas. Yet again, we travel hundreds of miles and 6 hours in the car, some of us, and Slough trot round the corner for 2 home games. You know, nothing has gone for us in the Slough games. We've certainly given them some Christmas presents this year with officials' decisions and not playing particularly well. But, you know, we wish them the best. It's a great club, nice people, and they'll be there or thereabouts. We know that, you know, we could have got something here today. Crazy as it sounds, a 5-1. Big moments cost us. But let's focus on getting back in front of our fans, because we've had nothing over Christmas. And we'll make sure we put on as best a shift as we can against a very good Basingstoke side who will try and pass the ball to death, and they've got pace and threat. But first and foremost, I've got to see who's fit and available.
Finally, moving away from today, how do you reflect on 2017 as a whole?
It's difficult to say, having just lost 5-1, but I think it's been a cracking year for the club. We got promoted only 5 months ago. It's very difficult getting out of that league at that level, as many teams have shown, the Salisburys and Hayes and Yeddings and big budgeted sides. So, you know, we had a fantastic promotion. The club's stable. Obviously we need to get the attendances up. That's really hurting us budget wise, and we're not overspending at all. We're bringing through young lads. We've got 16-year-olds galore that are getting good minutes on the pitch, and the people in the know, you know, are very pleased with how the club is developing. As a manager, I'd like to be doing more this season. We've had some fantastic highs at Hereford and beating Kings Lynn, and we've given the top sides some really good games, the Ketterings and Sloughs, with the exception of today. And we've got to continue to be realistic and grow with the attendances we have and the future of Farnborough Football Club. So overall 2017, we've got to look back and say it's been a very good year. As a manager, I'm incredibly frustrated because I'd like to be winning a few more games at this level. But we're bedding in. As I said, we're having highs and lows. We hope to have another high on New Year's Day. I wish everybody a great 2018. Thank you for all the volunteers and supporters that have supported us this year. And fingers crossed we can continue to develop into 2018.
Commiserations to today's mention, and thanks for your time.
Thanks, Tom.